Hey there, space explorers. I'm Luna, your kid astronaut, and today we're blasting off on a super fun adventure through the solar system. Rocket whoosh, buckle your seatbelts, because in the next 12 minutes we'll visit planets, moons, and even distant galaxies, all with easy, while worthy facts you can share with friends. Imagine soaring past twinkling stars, feeling the gentle pull of gravity, and discovering secrets hidden in the night sky. Ready? Let's fire up our imagination engines and zoom into the first stop. Our beautiful home planet, Earth. Stay tuned, the journey has just begun. First stop, Earth. Did you know our planet is like a giant blue marble spinning in space? Globes showing Europe, Africa, it's the only place we know where water flows like rivers, lakes, and oceans. About 71% of the surface is covered in water. And guess what? Earth's gravity is the reason we don't float away. It pulls everything toward the center, just like a giant invisible hug. If you could jump 10 meters high here, you'd feel the pull instantly. Earth also has a protective shield called the magnetosphere that swirls around like an invisible force field, keeping harmful solar radiation away. Isn't that amazing? Now that we've learned why Earth is special, let's hop over to its closest neighbor, the Moon, and discover why it glows at night. Here comes the Moon, Earth's trusty sidekick. Even though it looks small, the Moon is huge, about 27% the size of Earth, which is like a basketball compared to a giant beach ball. Did you know the Moon has no air, so sound can't travel? That's why astronauts had to use radios to talk. The Moon's surface is covered in dusty powder called regolith, and its craters were made by meteors crashing billions of years ago. Each crater is a story from space. One amazing fact: a day on the Moon lasts 27 Earth days, so the sun takes a long time to rise and set. Imagine a sunrise that lasts a whole week, ready to zip past the sun's nearest planet. Let's zoom toward Mercury, the speedy little world closest to our star. Zooming in fast, welcome to Mercury, the speedster of the solar system. Rocket Mercury orbits the sun faster than any other planet, completing a full circle in just 88 Earth days. That means a year on Mercury is shorter than 3 months here. Because it's so close to the sun, daytime temperatures can soar up to 430 degrees C, hot enough to melt chocolate. But at night, it plummets to minus 180 degrees C, colder than the coldest freezer. Mercury has almost no atmosphere, so there's no blanket to keep it warm. Its surface looks like a cratered desert, similar to our Moon, but with giant cliffs called scarps that show the planet is still shrinking a little each year. Curious how a planet can shrink. Let's glide to the next wonder, Venus, the hottest planet with a mysterious cloudy veil. Next up is Venus, Earth's twin sister in size but a total opposite in temperament. Hibiscus Venus is wrapped in thick clouds of sulfuric acid, making it the brightest object in our night sky after the Moon. Those clouds trap heat like a giant blanket, so the surface temperature soars to a scorching 470 degrees C, hotter than Mercury even though it's farther from the sun. Imagine a planet that rains acid, but don't worry, the rain evaporates before reaching the ground. Venus also spins backward, meaning the sun rises in the west and sets in the east, a true cosmic surprise. And here's a fun twist. A day on Venus, one full rotation lasts 243 Earth days, longer than its year of 225 days. Ready for a red, dusty world with mountains taller than Everest. Let's bounce over to Mars, the red planet. Welcome to Mars, the red planet that looks like a giant desert playground. Red Circle Mars is home to Olympus Mons, the tallest volcano in the solar system, 3 times higher than Mount Everest. If you could climb it, you'd be above the clouds for days. Mars also has the deepest canyon, Valles Marineris, which is as long as the United States and 10 times deeper than the Grand Canyon. The planet's thin atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide, so a day there is just a little longer than ours, 24 hours and 37 minutes. And guess what? Mars has 2 tiny moons, Phobos and Deimos, that look like potato-shaped space rocks. Scientists think they might be captured asteroids. Could humans ever live there? Hold on tight, because our next stop is a giant, the king of planets, Jupiter. Whoa, here comes Jupiter, the biggest planet in our neighborhood, a true gas giant playground. Tornado Jupiter is so massive that over 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. Its famous Great Red Spot is a storm that's been raging for at least 350 years. Imagine a hurricane 3 times wider than Earth that never stops. Jupiter also has 79 known moons. The four largest, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, are called the Galilean moons after Galileo discovered them. Ganymede is even bigger than Mercury. And because Jupiter is made mostly of hydrogen and helium, you could float like a balloon if you could stand on its surface. Ready to see the planet with the most spectacular rings? Let's spin over to Saturn, the jewel of the solar system. Behold Saturn, the planet that wears the most dazzling rings in the galaxy. Saturn's rings are made of billions of icy chunks, from tiny pebbles to mountains-sized blocks, all dancing around the planet like a giant hula hoop. If you could stand on one of those icy pieces, you'd feel like you're walking on a sparkling skate park. Saturn is also a gas giant, but it's less massive than Jupiter, and it spins so fast that a day lasts only about 10.7 Earth hours. That's a quick spin. Its biggest moon, Titan, has a thick orange haze and even lakes of liquid methane, a strange alien sea you could sip if you liked super cold gasoline. Ready for some icy giants that tilt on their sides? Let's tilt our view toward Uranus and Neptune, the blue twins of the outer solar system. Here come the icy twins, Uranus and Neptune. Snowflake Uranus is unique because it rolls on its side, tilted about 98 degrees, so its poles point toward the sun. That means its seasons are extreme. Each pole gets 42 years of sunlight followed by 42 years of darkness. Uranus also has faint rings and 27 moons, the biggest being Titania. Neptune, the farthest giant, is a deep blue beauty thanks to methane gas that absorbs red light. Its most famous feature is the Great Dark Spot, a storm twice the size of Earth that appears and disappears like a magical cloud. Neptune's winds whip around at speeds up to 2,100 kilometers per hour, faster than a race car. Both planets are cold, with temperatures around 200 degrees C. Curious about tiny worlds and rocky belts? Let's drift into the asteroid belt and meet dwarf planets like Pluto. Now we're cruising through the asteroid belt, a rocky highway between Mars and Jupiter filled with millions of space pebbles. New Moon, most of them are tiny, but some are as big as a city. Scientists think they're leftovers from a planet that never formed. Speaking of leftovers, meet Pluto, the most famous dwarf planet. Snowflake, even though it's tiny, about 2,200 kilometers across, Pluto has a heart-shaped icy plain called Sputnik Planitia that looks like a giant red balloon. Pluto also has 5 moons, the biggest being Charon, which is so large it makes Pluto feel like a binary planet pair. In 2006, Pluto was reclassified from a planet to a dwarf planet, showing how science can change with new discoveries. Ready for the grand finale? Let's lift off beyond our solar system to stars, nebulae, and a spectacular supernova. Hold on to your helmets. Here comes the ultimate wow moment. A supernova. Glowing star. When a massive star runs out of fuel, it explodes in a brilliant flash that can outshine an entire galaxy for weeks. The explosion sends out heavy elements like carbon and iron, the very building blocks of planets and even life. Those glittering clouds later form new stars and planets, a cosmic recycling program. Did you know the iron in your blood was forged in a supernova billions of years ago? That's right, you're literally made of stardust. And look at those beautiful nebulae, colorful clouds of gas, where new stars are being born, like a celestial nursery. Isn't the universe amazing? Our adventure is almost over, but the wonder never ends. Let's glide back home for a final thought and a special invitation. What a spectacular ride. Shooting star from Earth's blue oceans to exploding stars, we've explored 12 amazing space facts together. Remember, every night you look up, you're seeing the same stardust that made you. That's the magic of the universe. Keep asking questions, draw your own rockets, and share your favorite fact in the comments below. If you loved this adventure, give us a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Space Explorers for more cosmic quests. Hit the bell so you never miss a new journey. Until our next launch, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and always look up. Bye-bye, space friends. See you among the stars.